Hey you guys, welcome back to the second channel. Got an impromptu e-bike review video. This one on the fifth wheel Torrent 2FT. We'll go over a few specs on this bike and then I think take Allegheny all the way down to the Schuylkill and into Center City. Right now we're in Port Richmond. We'll lay some miles down, see how the bike is. I already put a few on it and I'm liking it so far. In a nutshell, this is a full suspension, full-size bike. You get the 26-inch wheels by 4 fat tires, a 7-speed Shimano. It's got the Beifeng 750 watt hub motor, 1000 watt peak. You get hydraulic disc brakes for the front and rear made by Logan. These are extremely firm, got a really nice feel to them. Front and rear alloy fenders, reflector up here with an integrated headlight and an integrated tail light. The rack seems very sturdy and it's rated for 55 pounds. On the rear shock, it does have a Schrader valve port, shock passion, hot. On the front hydraulic forks, you have a preload on the left side and then adjustable dampening on the right. If you go full clockwise, that locks them out. The battery is down in the frame. They give you a pair of keys to remove it. You simply twist that and then push on this button once to drop it out. It's 20 amp hours. They do advertise a 45-mile range on this, but you know, usually we see around half that running full electric. If you're pedal assisting, you can probably double that. It just depends on how hard you're riding. There's a glance at the color display. See I'm at 94%, and right now it's on assist 0. To turn that up, you go 1, 2, 3. Only 3 assists on this. Usually you see like 5 or 7, but I suppose 3 keeps it simple. It does have the walking assist, so even if I have it on 0 right now, if I hold the negative down, it'll go into walk assist. I'm 6'3", 180 pounds, and here's what the seat looks like at its full extended position. Being a step through, it's real easy to get on, and that's what your leg stroke would look like. So I'd say if you're over 6'3", you might want to put a taller seat post on there. A top speed is rated at 28 mile an hour, but I believe you have to unlock that because it's only doing 20 for me. So let's go ahead and tag this ride, get going. Right now I'm in front of this Roman Catholic church, which is absolutely stunning. So out of the box, this is max speed, indicating 20 and a half, using the thumb throttle on the right. And check out how good these brakes are. Just locks them up, it'll do an endo, no problem. Right now we're on speed 0, which I like. You don't have to put it on pedal assist. That way if you want to just work the thumb throttle and pedal at the same time, you can. Forget if I mentioned, but this phone holder is an added accessory, got on Amazon, so I'll drop a link to that down below if you want to check it out. You can see this thing cruises real good with no hands. You know, the geometry on the bike's good. Of course, we're not ripping super hard, but it corrects itself when I swing around. Take Allegheny all the way out to the Schuylkill, like I was saying before. But right now we're motoring up a decent little hill and it's holding its speed, no problem at all. If I bump this onto assist 1, let's give that a go. This does have a torque sensor over a speed sensor, and when you start pedaling, I mean, it's extremely smooth. A lot of these bikes, when they have the speed sensor, it's just like an on-off switch. So going up this hill in speed 1, it feels completely effortless. Let's bump it up to, yeah, it's at 14 mile an hour, so let's go to speed 2. A little bit more power kicks in, and speed 3. There it is. Let's see what top speed is pedaling. Oh, okay, so this does over 20 mile an hour on pedal assist. Yeah, I had it up to 26 and it was still assisting, so it seems 20 mile an hour on throttle only, and pedal assist 28. As soon as we're a little less congested, I'll try to get it up to the full top speed, but keep hitting traffic lights and such. I mean, we're using our brakes a lot. It's definitely gonna decrease the range. I gotta say, the bike lane has been blocked on a lot of this ride so far. Don't even look. Ridiculous. I could have. The big boy tow truck backing in the tight streets. Yep, he's going for it. Now there's top speed, 28 mile an hour. And pedals are rotating pretty quick. Definitely could use some better gearing for top speed. And now we just hit it down a hill. Whoa! So you see that goes into a little bit of a speed wobble from 28 mile an hour. See if it does it again. There it goes. See that? I don't want to let it go too far, but that's pretty typical with a step through frame because it doesn't have the extra brace going from here to here. You know, I guess just don't let go of the handlebars at high speed and you'll be all right. All right, we have hit the end of Allegheny at Ridge Avenue. And this, I guess, goes down into Manayunk, right? You want to do some hill testing, that's the place to do it. Boy, it's nice to not be stuck in traffic. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Still got some good daylight left, and now we're off the traffic. So this will tag us right down into Center City. And we are at 9 miles on the odometer. So I don't know if you guys just saw that, but that guy was on an e-bike with, it looked like his kid on the back of it too, with a little attachment, flying around that bend. And then he shook his head at those people because they were in the middle of the trail. But like, you're riding an e-bike, you should be slowing down when there's people, if they're in the way, or you know, you got full suspension, just go off-road with it. It might freak them out, but like, it's better than, I mean, if you hit somebody on one of these, it's your fault, period. Man, the chill is really starting to set in. It's gonna be a low of 32 tonight, I think. So better lay these miles down. We're still at 71%. You can see on the Speed 3, like, I'm just rotating my legs. I've been putting a little power in here and there, but even just rotating, I mean, it's holding 23. If I go ahead and apply a little leg power, that torque sensor feels it. It brings us up to the 28, no problem. And look at all the rowers, so many of them. Let's try out the suspension down these stairs, see how it feels. Oh, it's like butter down them. And then climbability, I got it on Assist 3. We can go up these. Look at that. Made it to the Art Museum. Sees a line of people to get a picture with Rocky Balboa. The real test of the suspension would be riding up and down the Art Museum steps, but I don't want to be obnoxious. So we're 15.8 miles, 58%, and I did want to show you on GPS, I'm indicating 26 right now and 26 over on the GPS speed. So the speedometer seems to be accurate. I'm gonna just keep laying these miles out and I'll let you guys know what we end up with later. I had the headlight on right now. It's not incredibly bright, but it does good enough. All right, back at my truck, and this ride at 30.8 miles, 10%. Still had some miles in it, but we were down to about 16 miles per hour top speed. So I'd say probably had maybe another 3 in it tops, maybe 4. But yeah, it was a good ride. Ready for some final thoughts on this bike. The battery took about 7 hours to charge. I left it in the frame, but you can always pop it out and charge it inside. The charger output is 54.6 volts at 3 amps. And I didn't show you guys unboxing or assembly, but came packaged very nicely. Didn't find any damage. And I was able to put it together with the supplied tools. You just putting that front wheel on, the fender, the pedals, the bars. I would say one thing I may have done different is put this headlight on the front, the crossover support, instead of behind, because I wasn't able to tilt it down anymore or just ditch the reflector. All right, here the goose man over here barking to go in. You getting hot sitting on? Oh yeah, the sun gets to you, huh? Only like 45 degrees out, buddy. I was very happy with how this bike rode and held up. The range, definitely satisfactory for riding full speed. A few of the complaints I can think of, well, the main one would really be the taillight. I said this was integrated in the beginning of the video, and it's actually not hardwired. I didn't realize that until later. So you gotta, it has a little switch. You have to turn it on at night. I think that's something they should change in the future. Of course, you could probably always run wires from the headlight to it, I would imagine, if the voltage is the same. The shocks on this bike performed well for me, and at one point I did drop a little bit of pressure out of the rear air shock, and I actually ended up making it a little too soft for me, but I didn't have a pump, so I just rode with it. And something I wanted to mention is, you guys see how there's oil coming out of them, or a little bit of grease? I mean, every single one of these bikes I've ever ridden seems to all do that, and then you wipe it off, and it gets better with time. It doesn't keep spewing that much. I think it's more from assembly, but these are kind of generic. They're not high-end suspension components. I mean, they work and they give you a smoother ride, but they're not $1,000 shocks. I liked the seat it came with. Not too thick, not too thin, and my butt didn't get tired. And I also really like the thumb throttle. A lot of these bikes have a twist or a left thumb throttle, and the one over on the right, that's perfect. That's the way every one of these should be. Well, hopefully I'm not forgetting to mention too much. Overall, I would give this bike a thumbs up, and I'll drop a link to it down below in case you want to check out current pricing. Hopefully this video was helpful for you to decide if this is the bike that would maybe work for you or not. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in, especially if you're still watching this late in the video. Really enjoy doing these videos, and I hope to see you in a future one. So I'll end this with some drone shots I didn't use in the video, and see you guys soon. Double NKH 2. See ya.